Sam Altman didn't build AI. Neither did Elon Musk. Neither did Jeff Bezos. Let me tell you who did. In 1956, a group of scientists gathered at Dartmouth College. Math professor John McCarthy, along with Marvin Minsky, Nathaniel Rochester, and Claude Shannon, coined the term artificial intelligence. They received a $7,500 private grant to study whether machines could think. What followed was decades of funding from DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, the same government agency that invented the internet, paid for by American taxpayers. That's where AI was actually born, not in a Silicon Valley garage, in a classroom, in a government lab, paid for by us. Then Altman, Bezos, and Musk showed up and claimed to own it. They didn't write Shakespeare, they didn't discover penicillin, but they scraped all of it. Every book ever written, every photo ever taken, every song, every story, every medical record, everything ever written by every author in the history of the world, without asking, without paying, without telling you, then built a subscription wall around your own history and charged you to get in. That's not innovation, that's theft. DARPA built the internet with your tax dollars in the 1960s. A generation later, Google built a search engine on top of it and kept access free, funded by ads. You got access, they got your data, and exchange. The courts are catching up. 500,000 authors sued Anthropic, backed by Jeff Bezos, for downloading millions of pirated books to train its AI. The settlement? $1.5 billion. Bezos didn't write a single one of those books. He funded the company that stole them. Now let me tell you about a different kind of wealthy man. Andrew Carnegie was the richest man in the world, a Scottish immigrant who arrived in America with nothing, built a steel empire, then gave away 90% of his fortune. Carnegie built a partnership. Communities provided the land, the books, the staff. He provided the building. Together they built 2,509 free public libraries, called them ladders for the aspiring to climb. Said in his own words, the man who dies rich dies in disgrace. His foundation is still giving millions to libraries today, 100 years after his death. This week, Jeff Bezos went on national television and said, I quote, "You could double the taxes I pay and it's not going to help that teacher in Queens." Carnegie gave everything back. A century later, his foundation is still giving. Bezos just won't. They took the entire accumulated knowledge of human civilization, everything we learned, created, and passed down across thousands of years, and claimed to own it. The internet changed how we access information. AI is replacing the humans who process it. That's not an upgrade. That's a takeover, built on what we created, without asking, without paying. If Carnegie could see what they're doing today, what do you think he'd say? Drop it in the comments.